So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 24, text 11 to 14. And in this verse, it is explained how Maharaj Barhishat, or also known as Prachina Barhishat, he his he was ordered by Lord Brahma to marry his son with the supreme demigod Brahma, to marry the daughter of ocean. Yes, that he should marry the daughter of ocean named Shatadruti. And she was so attractive that even when she was circumambulating the fire during her marriage, Agni got attracted to her. And then all the demigods and the sages, great sages, they got attracted by her ankle belts. And that was the level of her beauty. And Srila Prabhupada says that's how this material conception continues of I and mine. We get attracted, the man gets attracted to woman and vice versa. And then they marry, then there is children, then there is wealth. And then everyone thinks I am the doer, and all of these offsprings and offshoots are mine. This wealth is mine, the children are mine, the spouse is mine. Whereas the reality of all of this is none of these belong to us. All of them belong to Krishna. And these different, the wealth, the offsprings, the spouse, they are kept under our care on behalf of Krishna. We are given these to take care on behalf of Krishna, just like someone gives their property. If suppose some devotees are going out of town, they sometimes give their Tulsi Maharani to other devotees. And that time, that devotee, he must take care of the other devotees' Tulsi Maharani in a much more careful manner, because this devotee will come back and we have to give Tulsi Maharani back to this devotee in a state at least equal to or better than she was given. Otherwise, it doesn't look nice. It means it's a proof that we were careless with the other devotees' property, in terms of not property, but in other devotees' Tulsi Maharani. This devotee kept her under our care for that stipulated amount of time. And that's what Krishna is doing. He's giving us our children, our wealth, beauty, qualities, everything actually belongs to him. He has loaned it to us under our care so we can engage them in Krishna's service. And that's the purpose of marriage, is to encourage each other. When the husband and wife come together, the purpose, main purpose of marriage in human form of life, that's why only marriage is only in the human form of life, is to encourage each other in going back home, back to Godhead, to Krishna. And if we have offspring, we continue the same duty with the children, to encourage them, create facilities to encourage them to go back home, back to Godhead. They may or may not take advantage of the facilities we have given. Many of the devotees come and say, we are encouraging our children so much, but they're just not taking to Krishna consciousness the way we want them to take seriously. But if we keep giving the facilities and, most importantly, set example ourselves of being sincere devotees of Krishna, that example, even though may not translate into immediate acceptance of Krishna consciousness by our children, at some point in their life, when they are distressed by Maya, when they get Maya's, as Prabhupada would call Maya's kicks, they will remember my parents, my mother, my father, when they used to go through tough times, they would take shelter of Krishna. They would take shelter of the holy names. They were very steady in their sadhana. And at that time, they will then take shelter of the example that the parents set. So we should not be attached that we are giving so much facilities to our children, but they may or may not be taking to Krishna consciousness at the time that we want them to. But continue doing our duty, setting good example, most importantly, to them. And then in their time of need, they will, when the time is right, they will turn to Krishna. These facilities would be useful. But the purpose is of the family is to encourage each other to go back home, back to Godhead. Otherwise, there is no other real purpose of marriage. If we look at marriage in any other way other than this purpose of encouraging each other in Krishna consciousness, it does not make sense to marry. Now, the marriage as an institution is in modern society breaking down because people are neglecting this real purpose of marriage. Sometimes they think we come together because we are attracted to each other out of so called love or lust or so many different reasons. But as soon as that wears down, the, I scratch your back, you scratch my back, and as long as we can do that, we stay together. And as soon as we are not able to do one of us, we go our separate ways. That's not marriage. That's what happens even in the animal form of life. Marriage has a sacred purpose, and unless we identify that and practice that, it will not make any sense. Why do two people come together and get married? But if we do not live as a grihastha with this sacred purpose, we'll turn into grihamedhi, and then we'll start getting into illusion. All of this is mine, and it is I am the karta, I am the doer. It will uh, perpetuate this illusion. And Srila Prabhupada says in the purport that this whole world is moving around because of sex attraction. And that's the only impediment that is stopping us from going back home, back to Godhead. How to get over this? If we are attracted to the opposite sex, we can immediately remember the source of that beauty that we are getting attracted to is actually Krishna. Krishna is the source of attraction. That's the meaning of the word Krishna, the most attractive. Actually, we are getting attracted to Krishna's beauty manifested through that person. But we think we are getting attracted to that person. So if we immediately direct our attention to the source of that attraction, then that temporary attraction would be replaced by attraction to Krishna. And we will be able to develop that relationship with that person based on reality rather than our illusory attraction. And how to see how Krishna is attractive? In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, it is explained that Krishna hoche Share Chobish Chandra, which means Krishna is 24 and a half moons. How is Krishna 24 and a half moons? Yes, it's explained. 10 moons are the 10 toenails of Krishna in the form of moons. We can meditate on the toenails of Krishna, as beautiful as the moon. When we look at the moon, our, our mind gets so much solace. Because as per Bhagavatam, the source of the mind, the material of the mind, the source is the moon during creation. That's how it was manifested. And that's why when we look at the moon, the mind feels so much calm and peace. And Krishna is 24 and a half moons, the 10 toenails, the 10 fingernails in the lotus hands of Krishna. That's another 10 moons in the shape of moon. That's 20. What about the 4.5? The 21st moon is the lotus face of Krishna. The lotus face of Krishna is a moon in itself, full moon. The other two moons, 22nd and 23rd moons, are the cheeks of Krishna. I'm just indicating my cheeks, but actually imagine Krishna's cheeks. Not what I'm indicating, but Krishna's smile makes his cheeks like moons. Those are 22nd and 23rd. The 24th moon is the sandalwood tilak, the sandalwood drop on Krishna's forehead in between the tilak. That sandalwood drop is the 24th moon. And then why is it called 24 and a half moons? It is explained that the half moon is the forehead of Krishna in the form of a half of a moon. So Krishna is 24 and a half moons. And if we meditate on Krishna's beauty as a replacement of the material beauty that we are attracted to, that will take us back home, back to Godhead. And in fact, we are very fortunate that in our Gaudiya Vaishnav Sampradaya, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he included the chanting of Kama Gayatri, which is also 24 and a half syllables. When a devotee in Gaudiya Vaishnav Sampradaya is initiated in the Brahman initiation, there are 7 Gayatris that we chant. And of course, we don't chant it publicly, it's only for the Brahmanas, but we can explain what it is. And one of the 7th Gayatri mantra that is given to the Brahmanas is the Kama Gayatri mantra, consisting of 24 and a half syllables. And it is said that Kama Gayatri is personification of Krishna, because Krishna is 24 and a half moons. Each syllable of the Gayatri mantra is one moon of Krishna. And so the Kama Gayatri is the personification of Krishna. Very, very high. The meaning of that Kama Gayatri is very, very exalted. It's even an amazement how we are allowed to chant that mantra, but because of the mercy of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he mercifully included in our sampradaya this Kama Gayatri mantra. Very powerful, but very, very exalted. So let's focus on the attraction of Krishna, how Krishna is so beautiful, like 24 and a half moons. And as Srila Prabhupada says, due to sex attraction, one remains in the material world, this attraction to sex life. How to overcome that? There are two strategies to overcome that are mainly prescribed in the scriptures, or not prescribed, but are mentioned in the scriptures. And there's only one which is prescribed, but two main strategies that are mentioned is one is the Vishwamitra strategy. Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport about Vishwamitra Muni, how he tried to overcome and attain self-realization. And then there is the Haridas Thakur strategy. So we'll discuss both strategies. Vishwamitra strategy was he was trying for self-realization. Indra became very disturbed by that, and he sent Menaka. And as Vishwamitra Muni was meditating, he heard the bangles of Menaka. And just by that sound, he became completely agitated and attracted to Menaka. And then, as a result of their union, Shakuntala was born. And then Shakuntala's son Bharat, after whom our name Bharat Varsha is put. So it was a glorious dynasty, but Vishwamitra realized very soon, wow, I just got distracted by this attraction to Menaka. Ooh, I need to go get back. And he got back into the meditation. This shows that even if there is a temporary fall down of a devotee, as soon as we understand that we got distracted, immediately we should get back. Krishna does not see how many times we got distracted. Even while chanting, our mind will get distracted. Krishna doesn't see how many times we got distracted. He sees how many times we tried to bring our mind back after getting distracted. What did we do when we realized that we got distracted? Did we say, all right, I just got distracted, so now I guess there's nothing much I can do, let me just keep getting distracted? Or did we say, no, I need to come back to hearing the Hare Krishna mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Vishwamitra was very sincere. He realized, oh my God, I got distracted. Let me go back to my meditation for the real purpose for which I was doing it. And as he was meditating, Indra kept sending apsaras and damsels after damsels, Rambha, and so many others. And this time, Vishwamitra got angry at Indra. What are you trying to do, distracting me like this? And he again got distracted. The first time, he got distracted by lust in the mode of passion. The second time, he got distracted by anger in the mode of ignorance. Anger is actually in the mode of ignorance. But this is what we learn because Vishwamitra was trying to overcome the sex attraction on his own by performing other forms of yoga, especially dhyana yoga, jnana yoga. If we try to overcome by our own, the epitome of that, of trying to overcome on our own, is Vishwamitra Muni. And we saw what happened to him. He's a great soul. He's much greater than all of us. And so, all respects to Vishwamitra Muni. At the same time, we see that his strategy was not very successful. Then there is the Haridas Thakur strategy. Srila Haridas Thakur was an incarnation of Lord Brahma, and he was Brahma Haridas Thakur chanting 192 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. 22 hours it would take him to chant 192 hours, and the rest of the 2 hours he would do his regular chores, uh, and and take a nap, then get back to chanting. He was doing bhakti yoga. The beginning of bhakti yoga is when we accept that Krishna, I cannot overcome this sex attraction on my own. I'm helpless. Please help me. That is the beginning of bhakti yoga. Whereas all the other yogas, they try to overcome themselves. Bhakti yoga, we just start by giving up on our own. But we give up faith in ourselves by putting all our faith in Krishna's protection. That is the beginning of bhakti yoga. And Srila Haridas Thakur did that. And then he was tested. He was tested by none other than Maya Devi herself, who came as a prostitute to enjoy with Srila Haridas Thakur as he was chanting in a cave. Maya Devi herself, not just Menaka, not just Rambha, not just any other Apsara, the source, like the source of material beauty. Of course, it's all Krishna ultimately, but the immediate source is Maya Devi. And she came to enjoy with Haridas Thakur. What a big test. And what did Haridas Thakur do? He did not get angry. Why are you distracting me, Maya? I won't come near you. Get out from here. Neither he got angry nor he got attracted. So how did he deal? He said, Maya Devi, my dear Maya Devi, I will enjoy with you. I will satisfy your desire. But let me finish my rounds first. My dear respected Maya Devi, I will satisfy your desire. He did not get angry. He was very humble. But let me chant my 22 rounds and then I will. So Maya Devi said, okay, do it. So he was chanting, and he was chanting 192 rounds for 22 hours. And by the time Srila Haridas Thakur completed the 22 rounds, the prostitute was asleep. So Srila Haridas Thakur went about his other duties. And then when the prostitute got up, he said, oh, are you done? Can we now do it? Enjoy? And Srila Haridas Thakur said, oh, sorry, my next day's chanting has started. So let me complete that and then I will satisfy your desire. He said, all right. And that continued. And again, when by the time he was done, prostitute went to sleep. And again, the same thing happened again and again and again. But while she was waiting for Srila Haridas Thakur, she was continuously hearing the holy names chanted by Srila Haridas Thakur with a pure heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And that purified even Maya Devi to the extent that after a few days, she became a disciple of Srila Haridas Thakur, that prostitute. Srila Haridas Thakur initiated her, gave her the name, I believe, Chintamani, and left. So, what was the strategy of Srila Haridas Thakur? Maya Devi, when she has to distract practicing devotees, she knows that this devotee knows about Maya. This devotee, if is given the allurement directly, will say no. In fact, all the devotees, we have even given up so much to come to Krishna consciousness with our friends, relatives, and everyone. And some of us have even given up their association. So Maya, and we hear Srimad Bhagavatam every day, where we are cautioned that these are the traps of Maya, be careful. So with regular people, Maya Devi just gives them some allurements, and they just get into this concept of I, me, and mine, and that I am the doer. But with devotees, she knows if she gives these allurements, they are aware. So she comes to the practicing devotees in a different way. Maya Devi comes to us and says, you know what, my dear Prabhu and Mataji, you should give your whole life to Krishna. And we said, yeah, of course. That's what we have taken initiation for. That's why we are chanting. Yes, yes. You should give your whole life to Krishna. You should give your whole years to Krishna, months to Krishna, all of your weeks and minutes, and give all of your seconds to Krishna. Every second dedicate to Krishna. And we think, oh yeah, I mean, Maya Devi is really talking sense. That's what I want to do. But my dear devotee, just give me this one moment. Just one moment. This one, right now. That's all. That's all I ask. And then the devotee looks here and there and says, you know what? Yeah, what's going to happen? One moment. I can enjoy a little bit. I've been doing my sadhana for so many years. Just a moment won't do anything. I'm giving anyway. Maya Devi said, give my whole life to Krishna. Yeah, that's my whole life is for Krishna. So we give in that moment to the temptation of Maya, whatever she is, sense gratificatory form she's offering. And then as soon as we enjoy that one moment, then we say, okay, let me get back to my Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And then Maya Devi says, you know what? You were so scared that I should not enjoy. Did anything happen? You gave this one moment. Look, and did anything change? Nothing changed. Give me just one more moment. We said, yeah, nothing great happened. We give that one moment. And then Maya Devi, in the hope of allowing us to give our future to Krishna, takes our present moment by moment by moment. And suddenly our whole life is over, and we just, what just happened? I did not chant my rounds properly. I did not serve devotees properly. I was completely distracted, and I was just giving moment by moment by moment to Maya. But that's her trick. So what does Srila Haridas Thakur's strategy is? When Maya proposes, you give your whole life to Krishna, but give me this one moment, we tell Maya Devi, we tell those temptations, I will give my whole life to you, Maya Devi. I'll give all my years and months and weeks and hours and seconds to you. Just let me give this one moment to Krishna, and I'll come back. That's what Srila Haridas Thakur said. Let me finish my rounds, and I'll come back and I'll satisfy your desire. That's the strategy we need to apply. Rather than being all angry at why I'm getting all these temptations while I'm chanting, why am I being distracted, why people are forcing, we just say, yes, yes, Maya Devi, my whole life is for you. Just this one moment, that's all I have with me. This one moment. I don't know about my future. I just have this one moment. Let me give this to Krishna, then I'll come to you. We give that moment to Krishna. Then again, the next moment, Maya Devi said, all right, you gave that moment. Now what? Yeah, my whole life. Just this one more moment to Krishna. And then moment by moment by moment, very humbly, we keep giving to Krishna while keeping Maya at bay. And then that will be a successful strategy following Srila Haridas Thakur. Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. And then it is explained later that the sons of Prachini Barhishat were the Prachetas. 100 sons. They were called the Prachetas. They performed austerity under the ocean for 10,000 years. Ocean was actually their grandfather, maternal grandfather, the father of their mother. And so they took shelter under the ocean and performed for 10,000 years. Later on, we'll see how Lord Shiva gave them instructions on how to perform austerity to go back home, back to Godhead. And Narad Muni as well, I believe. And then at the end, actually, later on in the 30th chapter, we will see how Lord Vishnu was pleased by these prachetas. And that verse is very significant because Lord Vishnu explains exactly what pleased him about the prachetas' austerities and practices. This beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 4.30.8 is a reminder for all of us on how we can please the Lord by cooperating with each other in friendship. It nicely highlights about what we are actually lacking in. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Avaram Vrinidvam Bhadram Voyuyamne Nripa Nandana Sauhrade Prithag Dharmastushtoham Sauridenava. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear sons of the King, I am very much pleased by the friendly relationships among you. All of you are engaged in one occupation, devotional service. I am so pleased with your mutual friendship that I wish you all good fortune. Now you may ask a benediction of me. In this verse, Lord Vishnu says, I am pleased by your friendly relationship with each other, encouraging each other in Krishna consciousness. That is how we please Krishna in the association of devotees. Krishna is not just pleased by one devotee dancing individually. Krishna is pleased by the cooperation of all devotees dancing together for Krishna's pleasure, of serving together in a friendly, cooperating way. The same instruction that Srila Prabhupada gave us. You will show me your love by how you cooperate with each other. is what Srila Prabhupada told his disciples and for everyone in ISKCON. And this is the same instruction that Lord Vishnu gave to the Prachetas. That's what he was pleased, not necessarily by the intensity of their austerities, but by the friendly relationships among you. I'm so pleased with your mutual friendship. It was mutual friendship in service to Krishna that I wish you all good fortune. That's how, when devotees come together with a pure motivation to serve and please Krishna, Guru and Krishna alone, Krishna empowers that association. So we must always remember that we cannot fight with Maya alone. There are strategies which Srila Haridas Thakur gave, and we must apply that, but we must apply it to help each other in a cooperative, friendly mood, and that's when we will get real protection and mercy from Krishna. So with this, we will end here and take any questions. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Wonderful, wonderful class. Devotees, any questions anybody has? As of now, no raised hands, but it was very, very beautiful how one needs to be so focused in Krishna consciousness and avoid all distractions. Thank you so much, Prabhu. We can end the class with prayer. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mangala Mataji.
Not a question, Mataji. I just wanted to say thanks to Prabhu. Prabhuji, wonderful class. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So I was in Maya all these days, Prabhuji. Whenever I take the chanting back, I just say, let me finish off this work and then I'll chant, And thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this class. So it's a takeaway point for me. Prabhuji, I just wanted to know more about this, Prabhuji. The meditating on the Lord's eyebrows, that has also been suggested, no, Prabhuji? Like everybody say that whenever a sex desire arises, so they have to meditate on the Lord's eyebrows. So
Yes.
I just want to know more about it.
Yes, that's correct. It is when we take darshan of the Lord, we take darshan from the lotus feet all the way up to his dhoti and lotus lower torso and upper torso, and then the lotus face, and then the eyebrows of the Lord, which are like the bows of counteracting the bows of Kandarpa, Cupid. The bows of the eyebrows of Krishna counteract the bow and arrow of Cupid, Kandarpa, which if pierced in one's heart, Kandarpa's arrows instills those sense gratificatory desires. But the eyebrows of Krishna, the arrows coming from the bow of the eyebrows of Krishna, is the perfect antidote to Kandarpa's arrows. And those arrows of Krishna are through the eyes of Krishna. Those arrows of mercy are showered upon us when we browse the eyebrows of Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. That pronouns Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Shobha Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam.
Prabhuji, your kind self has told 24 and a half wounds of Supreme Lord. 10
Yes.
Nails of lotus feet and 10 of fingers, and then 2 cheeks, 1 tilak, and then half is forehead.
Correct.
And which one I left? One, Prabhuji, which one that?
Lotus face.
Lotus face.
That is the king of all.
Prabhuji, so this 1 hour, I myself lost. So by seeing the Supreme Lord and attitudes, how Prabhuji, what attraction that Supreme Lord has got, how it makes us to so that extent. So I can't explain the things, words. We have no words to explain all these things. So I am grateful to you, Prabhuji. So you are making us to be in Krishna consciousness, to be always in Krishna, remembering Krishna. Don't forget Krishna.
Yes.
So thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. I am grateful to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Please pray that we may also be um always in the consciousness of always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna.
Very well. Shobha Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanavad pranams. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the amazing session. For such a guiding session that Prabhuji, the Haridas Thakur pastime which you told. So from that, I learned that whenever our mind is telling, like when Mangala Mataji was saying that whenever our mind is telling us to do something, we ought to think like, let me first complete what my mind is saying and then do that. But other than that, the way Maya was doing in Haridas Thakur's life, the same thing is mind is doing in our life. So we should take the path which he has taken and tell the mind that let me first end this round and then I will do whatever you say.
Exactly. But never do it. Or like try to postpone, keep postponing it moment by moment by moment, rather than fighting it, saying, no, I will not. Then the mind comes back with much more. So you say, yeah, I will. And keep postponing it. And every moment keep giving to Krishna. And that's a very humble way of, not getting distracted.
Okay, because Prabhuji, mostly what happens is like when we are watching so many WhatsApp messages which are mostly related to our groups, devotee groups and all that, but there are some other people also, though they are not, no, they are not practicing devotional service right now, so they are sending some small reels or videos, and we get caught up in that, and then time passes by, and then we suddenly come to know that, oh, I wasted such a lot of time watching all these. So that way, Prabhuji, I'm still struggling and I don't know how to avoid them, because WhatsApp message I have to check because of they are from the devotees, and then I got stuck. I get stuck up in these things also. So how do I manage this?
Yeah, WhatsApp messages, reels, social media, their algorithms are actually made in the same way that drug dealers market their drugs. It's very addictive. So yes, suddenly we find we go into one message and suddenly it goes into another. Oh, this is important, that's important. Then it goes into some reels, and then one after another. It just captures our attention. That is another instrument of Maya in one sense. So as soon as we find that we are distracted, sometimes we just don't realize that we are getting distracted. But as soon as we find, whoa, I'm getting distracted, immediately we start using Srila Haridas Thakur's strategy. Don't regret about about the past. Just right now, this is the moment I got. Let me give this one moment to Krishna. And then in future, I will see what will happen. But one moment, this moment, let me give to Krishna. Next moment, again, let me give to Krishna. Every moment, we have a choice whether to give to Krishna or give to Maya. A pure devotee, every moment they make the choice to give their moment to Krishna. But with practicing devotees, some moments we give to Krishna, some moments we give to Maya, then again to Krishna, again to Maya. because we can either give that moment to Krishna or to Maya. There is nothing in between. We cannot give to both that same moment, which Maya actually convinces us. Hey, you know what? You can give to both. You can share this moment. You can have your bead bag, chant Hare Krishna, and you can watch the reels also. When we chant Hare Krishna mantra, this one finger comes out. That one finger is so that you can move the reels of the social media. That's how Maya convinces us. You continue chanting. I'm not saying don't chant. Just chant and watch as well. And we think, yeah, we are doing both. No, we are only giving this to Krishna, to Maya, unless we attentively chant. In the illusion that I'm chanting, actually we are going into Maya. So there is nothing in between. There is nothing called giving the moment to both. If we are giving the moment to both, we are actually giving it to Maya. So yeah, it's our determination. The association of devotees makes it easier to make that conscious decision of giving that every moment to Krishna. But at the same time, our sadhana helps us. If we please Krishna by serving other devotees, as with the prachetas, if we please Krishna by being sincere in our sadhana, seva, prachar, by spreading Krishna's message, we please him, then Krishna will give that protection and that intelligence he will give to apply Srila Haridas Thakur's strategy. So let us be sincere in following Srila Prabhupada's instructions, and automatically Krishna's protection would come in those instructions.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the guidance and help. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
That's
Prabhuji,
the
can we take
magic.
one more?
Yes, we can, but just wanted to add, that's the magic of chanting 16 rounds in the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. If we chant 16 rounds every day attentively, follow 4 regulative principles, then because of Srila Prabhupada's instruction, Krishna will protect us from succumbing to these temptations. Even though the anarthas are there in our mind, they have not been completely purified, but 16 rounds help us to not succumb to those anarthas. And then eventually chanting will purify the anarthas as well. But while we are living with the anarthas, 16 rounds will protect us from not falling to them. So that is the importance of Srila Prabhupada's instructions of chanting at least 16 rounds and following the regulative principles. Sorry. Yes, Mataji, go ahead. Before the next question, I just wanted to acknowledge on YouTube, we are also streaming this live, and Shiva Kumar, Balasubramaniam Prabhu, and Soumya Mataji have given some nice comments. So thank you very much for your wonderful comments and for coming live. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Janaki Mataji, please ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji, for the wonderful, wonderful class, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, some days, we can just Haridas Thakur's example, we can take him, we can ask Maya to wait for a moment. But some days, it happens, we never realize. We don't have time, we realize that, we have to stop for that one moment and we should chant. And by the time we realize, we feel like we have almost completed our round. And then later we, kind of the guilty thing, I have not chanted the rounds properly. So some days it becomes like that. We don't even realize to make Maya stop. So,
Yes, very sincere question, very honest. That's true, and I think I addressed this in the previous answer as well. As soon as we realize, sometimes we don't realize that we got distracted, but as soon as we realize, that is the moment that Krishna is watching what we are doing. Krishna knows, yeah, this devotee just doesn't even know, and the power of the mind is that it's distracted him and he doesn't realize. But then Krishna is watching when we realize that we are distracted. What do we do? Do we bring the mind back, or do we just regret and feel guilty and spend our time again in guilt, or waste our time again in guilt? Rather than that moment, we have a choice again. We can feel guilty about it and regret, oh, I'm so bad, I'm so fallen, see this I could have done, I didn't. Well, then just focus right now. Forget about what happened in the past. And let's give this moment to Krishna. That's another Maya's trick. That as soon as we realize, she makes us feel guilty. And then that discourages us from giving this current moment to Krishna. That is also Maya's trick. So let's not drive our car looking at the rear view mirror. It'll just get us into accident. Let's keep looking up. We can always glance at the rear view mirror to make sure that we learn from the past, but that's it. Not ponder on it. That's wasting that extra moment that we could have given to Krishna. The real benefit of human form of life will come when we offer that moment to Krishna, not when we wished we could have, I could have done this could have happened, trying to change the past, wasting time, which we cannot do. Just give this moment to Krishna, and all of the previous things will be taken care of. So Krishna is watching. As soon as we realize, what are we doing? Are we bringing it back and offering this current moment to him? Or if we are doing anything else, if we are offering to him, he will encourage. And the more, even one moment we give to Krishna, Krishna encourages us. And that encourages us to give the next moment to Krishna, next moment to Krishna. And if we give to Maya, it discourages us from giving to Krishna the next moment. The probability of our giving the next moment to Krishna becomes that much harder if we give that one moment to Maya first. But we have to somehow find that determination and prayer to Krishna to give us the strength to give this one moment to Krishna somehow. And then that will accentuate the next moments. I hope that addressed your question.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, feeling grateful to Prabhuji. Taking lessons and prayer, more sincere and attentive.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, there's one more question. Could we take it?
Sure.
Yeah, Anita Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
Standard Pranams. So what a wonderful class, Prabhuji. Means like the realization about the chanting. It's really very motivating. But still, and I was seeing your background picture. So that was really captivating, Prabhuji. So Krishna is seeing from the top, and he's Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sankirtan moment. They are empowering Prabhupada, and Prabhupada is coming and giving us this Gola Kera Prema Dana Harinam Sankirtan. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this picture also.
Mm-hmm.
And while you were saying that about the chanting, that we have to bring our mind up. So what I realized is during chanting, we have this shloka from 6th canto, Sanketyam Parihasana. So my mind makes to remember that, and what it says is, however you chant, how jokingly you chant, but still you can get the benefit. So in that way, so my mind means like Maya is convincing me, and when I try to convince my mind is convincing. Okay, you have this one. So what it is like it takes according to your will, like even chanting also. Okay, anyways, you are chanting, so there is no harm in that. So in that way, It's convincing me to say to go on chanting, however it is, whatever come may. So you just keep on chanting. So how to see that, Prabhuji? I try to avoid it unless until we avoid it consciously. That yes, I am doing this wrong. Even if I feel guilty also, but it stays only for 2 mantras. Then after that again, that distractions are there. So of course you have answered it previously also, but how to understand this one also, Prabhuji, that even bringing the evidence from the from the Bhagavatam and making me to convince.
I'm not sure if I understood the question properly, but I'll try to address in some way, and then you can tell me if more explanation is required. But the essence is that while chanting, follow Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. And in that mood of humility, tolerance, and respect to others, humility and tolerance means we are grateful, that we are thankful to Krishna that you allowed me to focus on 2 mantras, like you said, instead of wasting time in regretting about being distracted on other mantras. Or in the out of 108 mantras in one round, I could only focus on 206 mantras. I was distracted. Oh my God, 106 mantras, so bad. I'm so fallen. Instead of that, let's celebrate and be grateful. Thank you, Krishna. You allowed me to focus my mind on 2 full mantras of yours. Just one holy name is enough. Thank you, Krishna. And when we are grateful for good things, then those good things become more. Then Krishna is pleased. Oh, you're grateful and thankful for 2 mantras? Here, I'll give you 3 mantras to focus on. When we are grateful for things that are already given by Krishna and focus our gratitude just on that, that expands. But if we focus on what we don't have, we will lose what we have as well. So focus on Trinadapi Sunichena, to be humble and tolerant, which means to be grateful for, thankful to Krishna for whatever time we are able to focus our mind. I'm so fallen, Krishna, be humble. Not that, oh, I'm so great that all 16 rounds I should have focused. And because I fell from that standard, now I'm the most fallen. No, we start with, I am very fallen. I cannot even focus on 1 mantra. 2 mantras I was able to focus. Thank you, Krishna, for allowing me to do that. And in this way, two mantras will then over become all of the 16 rounds, or how many of rounds we are chanting. Does that address?
I will. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, of course it addressed. So what I was about this 6th canto. We have this shloka, right? Sanketim parihasayam sovam helanam evava vaikuntha nama grahanam asheshaga haram viduhu. So I was saying, like this shloka also comes in my mind. Okay, even if you feel guilty, you keep on chanting, and so this shloka comes in my mind.
Yes.
Okay, whatever it is, you just keep on chanting, as you were saying, right? At least 1 or 2 rounds I have chanted. So that's what I was asking, Prabhuji. So this shloka also comes in my mind and convinces me. Okay, anyways, you're chanting. So is that okay? I was asking about that.
Of course. Anything that encourages us in Krishna consciousness is good. That is surrender. The definition of surrender is anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjanam rakshishyati iti vishvaso gopatritve varanam tatha atma nikshepa karpanyam shadvidha sharanagati These are the 6 symptoms of surrender. The first 2 are anukulasya, to sankalpa, to always encourage our mind for doing things favorable in devotional service, to perceive things in a favorable way for devotional service, that Krishna is doing this directly. And ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamiham. If we are having the faith that this is Krishna directly doing, then Krishna will reciprocate and actually help us in that way as well. But we must first have that faith. So yes, by focusing on the mantra on the verse that you just said, if that encourages us in chanting, then that's anukulasya sankalpa. Focus on that. And pratikulasya varjanam. Do not focus on things that discourage us from Krishna consciousness. Do not focus on the thoughts that discourage us from Krishna consciousness. So yes, you're right. That is okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Wonderful class, Prabhuji. Yes, YouTube live, it is there, so we have also commented. Thank you so much for guiding us and with so much clarity, Prabhuji. Thank you for your association also. Every time your classes are so enlightening. Thank you so much. We should end the class, Prabhu.
Yes, again, it is on our YouTube channel, Advaita Kalasudha. The name of the channel is Advaita space Kalasudha. If you'd like, you can see there as well. And we are very grateful to all of you and Mataji for allowing us to get your association and share Srila Prabhupada's words.
Very good. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnava ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for
Hare
the wonderful
Krishna.
class,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
Thank you so much.
Let the class go with your permission.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
So much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Come on, Rudra, the Torah Commander.